Good morning, folks. Today's soap was brought to us by the way of Stirling Soap Works, or soap company that is. Name of this one here is Pearberry. Pretty straightforward scent there. That's what it looks like there on the inside. Started out being about 5.8 ounces. It's fairly firm inside the container there, but fairly easy to scoop out and put in a bowl and whip up into a nice lather. We'll be following up with the matching aftershave here. And the got the usual suspects here in the way of got Crown King alum block complete with rubber band this morning, and got Humphreys witch hazel that's got peppermint and menthol in it, and I've got it whipped up over here with a brush that came by the way of Colorado Razor Designs with synthetic knot, and it's let's see if I can show here. It's just a little drippy. It's a little wet. And it's dried. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. Earlier, right before I started this, it was pretty drippy. Just trying a different setup here. We're going to see if the, I think the video will turn out okay. I'm just not too sure about the audio. Trying to get something that I'm, I guess you might say, happier with. And the shaver of the day. This is the Focus R52. I almost forgot what it was. Yeah, there's what the top cap looks like. I had the opportunity of the R51 being sent to me by the way of Superior Shave, and it was the mild shaver. This one here, the being a 52, has got the plate is just ever so slightly concave right there, bottom plate, with the 51 being straight across. And it looks very similar to this one here, but there is a slight difference. I'm going to give this one a try. It's supposed to be more aggressive than the 51. And got a Personna X Series blade in here. And still sporting the Ice Cube here from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I'll let the face get started here. As it goes for this particular shaver, it comes in different colors. For instance, the 51, you can get it with different colored handles, and the cap and base plate will be the same color as this one here, unless you get black. Though when I was looking at the website, it looked like black, you can get not only the handle and black, but the top cap and base plate will be black also. And I think that's the only, black is the only way that comes. The rest of them will have a, I guess you might say the silver cap and base plate, unless you order the black. And I think the 52, R52, the one I'm using today, will it only comes in the color that I have. At least I remember right, that's what the website was showing. When I ordered the 53, ordered one with the red handle. Let's set this off to the side. Been kind of anxious to get to this. Looks like I got something trying to come up right there. I've had this for over a week. Just trying to get to the right moment, I guess you might say, in the videos that I've been trying to work up. Menthol's definitely working for my nose this morning. Hopefully I got this angle right. Looks like it might be a little crooked, I'm not sure. This, I know I mentioned before, but this Preshave, it is definitely slick, so you want to rinse your hands off pretty good. All right. The shaver, the 51, 52, and 53, all three of them are made 100% in Italy, like it says on the handle there, and it's all made out of aluminum, so they're very lightweight. And a fairly unique design in the base plate and the cap being that flat. And it is flat. Pearberry smells good. To me, it's to me it's an all the way, I mean, all season type scent for me. Around the holidays, you know, having a pair That berry scent seems like it'd be pretty nice during the summer, so on and so forth. I should mention or show, kind of see how this is beveled through here, and that's more or less supposed to be the angle. I know last time with the R51, took me a little bit of work to get to that point. There is more of a blade feel with this shaver, I can always tell, compared to the 51. 51 was mild, very smooth, easygoing shaver. This one here's got considerable more amount of blade feel to it. Not uncomfortable, just that you can tell more of a blade there. But I'm pronouncing his name right, Jared. If you take a moment and go to the website and read just a little bit about what he wrote up about these shavers, his experience with them. His thoughts were that this particular shaver here was the more aggressive of all three of them. To me, of what I've seen, if you think this is a very unique shaver, you should take a peek at the R53, and it's the slant version. You have to look at it really close. I have it. It'll be one of the shaves coming up here pretty soon. It is a slant. It's ever so slight, about like the concave. It's there. It's just ever so slight, and it makes a big difference. I can tell, at least on this one here. I haven't used the slant just yet. I was thinking about trying to get a shave in before making a video, and decided maybe first impressions on camera might be a better idea, because they are very unique. Like I say, take a moment, look at the pictures of the 53 and compare it to what you're looking at on the concave on the 52, and they're very unique looking shavers. I thought maybe it might be a little bit more of a challenge to find the angle. I know for the 51, it took me a moment to find the angle, even though it is beveled. Kept on wanting to go back. You know, the muscle memory, you're used to it shaving in a particular way with a DE, and these are somewhat different. So there is a slight learning curve. Very nice scent this morning. I think it was by the way of Instagram the first time I used this. I got a message. If I ever got tired of it, this gentleman would take it off my hands. I said nope. Yeah, this scent works for my nose. Even though there is quite a bit of a blade feel, it's still very smooth. In other words, it's not like it's nothing compared to the old style Gillette that I had that is really aggressive, at least by my experience, where there's a lot of blade feel with that one. This one here is there, but it feels very smooth how it glides across, and just a little bit of a feedback. I doubt that the camera will be able to pick this up, the mic, but the feedback is it's there. Very consistent on the feedback too. This soap, if you're not familiar with Stirling soap, you're going to have a pretty good post-shave feel. This is a pretty creamy, especially at least the way I whip it up, being this wet. Comes off the razor real easy. It is starting to thicken up just a bit, not quite as drippy as it was when I first started out. Which is pretty typical with my experience with Stirling, the way I whip it up. As the shave goes on, the lather has a tendency to thicken up just a bit, not quite as drippy as it was when I first started out. It'll be interesting to see how the slant works. Kind of anxious to get to it now in the comparison, because the this here is a pretty nice shave. The as it goes for placing the blade, do you have to fiddle with it to line it up or anything like that? There's not enough room to wiggle it. It's only got just a tiny bit of wiggle to it. So in other words, the tolerance is pretty tight. So if you like the idea of just putting the blade in and just shaving without having to worry about adjusting the blade, yeah, this one here, it's the tolerance TikTok, or Tritok, that is. I think that's what that says right there. The tolerance is just too tight. You're not going to be able to wiggle it to get much play in it. You can kind of, I don't know if you can tell that there, even with the plate, it's just a really tight tolerance. You can see there's a little notches there. There's no overhang, but it does give you an opportunity to remove the base plate and keeping your fingers there in the ends. And there's the blade right there. Like I say, the Personna X series. And I mean, we're talking just a tiny bit of wiggle to it. Just, I can't show you on camera. It's easier to show it about waist level. Anyhow, that's what the inside of the cap looks like. So in other words, we're talking about a pretty good finish. Can't complain a bit about this finish. And this is not one of those setups where you have to put the base plate in a particular way. It goes either way. Just a pretty nice setup. Quite happy with this. First got them, I was all excited. You know, I've taken them out, I don't know, 2 or 3 times and looked at them. There's perhaps a better look at the handle there and what the threading looks like. Hopefully the camera picks it up. It'll take me a little while to get used to the setup. This is a cell phone, and I'm trying to get used to, because I'm using the rear facing camera, so the actual screen is facing away from me. I can see it in a little bit in the mirror, but it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. As it goes for the front facing camera, it's kind of interesting with the way the lighting is set up in here. The front facing cameras show a dark side of my face, and I couldn't figure out how to make that go away with the lighting I have in the bathroom. So this setup here seemed to work out better. My face feels so good. In other words, nice and smooth, moisturized. I could definitely stop right here without putting any more on my face. I don't know sure where everybody's at, but the weather around here, wind has calmed down, so now we're still looking at 90-degree weather. It's going to start warming up around here. And looking at the last time I looked at the weather late last night, didn't see any chance for rain, which seems like really strange because we've always had a chance for rain for so long. It just seemed like it was just a weekly thing. You just expect to have a chance for rain. All right, give the alum block a try here and see what we get. I don't think I'm going to get anything. Even though the blade feel was there, I did not feel like I was going to end up with any kind of real stinging, at least in the way of a wholesale way. There might be a spot here or a spot there stinging. This shave worked out really nice. I'll do another video. Today's Thursday. I'll do another one on Friday with this shaver. Get one more shave in before I start with the slant. Boy, face feels really good. Witch hazel. Pretty surprised. I was sometimes when I hear aggressive, I wonder, okay, is it like the Gillette old style? My experience with it is that it is not only aggressive, but it is very efficient for me. The that comparison with the RazoRock self-lubricating open comb version 2, what a mouthful. That was for me, that was a very interesting shave, because the RazoRock, being a smoother shaver, was relatively close in efficiency as the old style being more aggressive, more of a blade feel, and where the RazoRock was less of a blade feel, but you still get the same performance in between the two. It's just interesting how that works out. All right, Pearberry. I still think back when if I ever got tired of this, no, I'm not getting tired of this one. This is one of my favorite scents, and a lot of these scents that are like this will be my favorite. Rather straightforward. Not that I don't mind cologne scents. It's just my nose doesn't pick out any individual scents. It just kind of all blurs together, which is not a bad thing, I guess. It's supposed to be well blended, I'm assuming. At least in my opinion. Aftershave is awesome. My nose is just picking it up. It's great. Once again, I'll go ahead and shave once again with this particular shaver. This was the, let's see here, how they say this. It is the Tritok Concave R52. This flat head looking shaver, very unique, but that's a really nice shave. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.